Hi Leos, how are you? So this is going to be your March reading, but before I go into it, I'm going to tell you a little bit about two planetary aspects that will be happening. And there's much more to this month, but these are the ones that I kind of want to focus on more. So we have Mercury going direct in Pisces on March 10th, and also Saturn changing signs from Capricorn to Aquarius. So what does that mean? Mercury going direct means really that things might get a little easier, might get lighter, things might get a little clearer, like we're not going to be as foggy in our communications, and just overall like kind of seeing, taking off those rose-colored glasses a little bit, or like, not be so much in the fog, or just having like it's easier time understanding things. But also don't be too quick to celebrate, because Mercury still will be in its shadow period for about a week or so after the fact. So really you'll kind of still feel the effects of the retrograde until almost the end of the month. Now, what does Saturn changing sign means? Well, Saturn stays in a sign for about 2.5 years. And Saturn is a planet that likes responsibility, likes to teach lessons, and also doesn't take anything lightly or for granted. So it really makes us work for everything we have and for all the lessons that we hopefully learn during the Saturn transit. So the way I see this play out for people in general, but it's also like it's really important to see where Aquarius is in your planet, it's in your house, like or in your natal chart, and what house does that rule. So then that will tell you exactly what lessons will you be learning during this retrograde, or you should be learning during this retrograde. But overall, I think because it moves into the sign of Aquarius, a sign of progress, of innovation, of communities, of networks, of pushing boundaries, and innovation to things that we've never felt possible or thought possible. And again, because it's ruled by Mercury, it's very interesting too, that it's going to be happening on like a very mental plane. So it's for some of us, or for some people, this will be more like, how do we integrate our progress into the progress of the world, or with the world? So how do we fit our progress with the progress of our community, or with the friends, or our families, or even bigger than that? It's on a much larger scale than we've even can dream of, so yeah, it should be really, really interesting. So really pay attention. But when Saturn is in that last degree of a sign, it really, I think, specifically for me, I know that's when really all the lessons start hitting me, like for the previous sign. So it's almost like, he goes with the bang. So it doesn't really make it easier. So really watch out around March 21st. Things that are coming up for you, and lessons that it's almost like it gives you that final test of like, well, what was Saturn and Capricorn supposed to teach you? So it's like you getting that a fast quiz of like, okay, well, let's see, have you learned your lessons? So it might be a little testing time for all of us, around like the last around that time. So, but enough of that. So let's go into the tarot portion. While I was shuffling, this one flew out, so I'm just going to keep it here and see what else comes up for you, Leos. Now, 9 of Cups in reverse, 7 of Swords. I think it's really being honest with yourself. What is that you really want? An Ace of Cups. Oh, Leos, are you getting a new love? Are you getting a new beginning? It's about time, right? Then we have the High Priestess, the Star, and Leos, this is the best reading I've done so far for the signs, so I'm really excited. I think, remember how I said Saturn, when it changes sign, like that last degree, when it's like goes out with the bang? I think this is it. I think this is it for you. I think that's what you're going to be tested on. It's like really testing you. It's like, okay, what is that you really want? Like, and it's like kind of making you sure, are you sure this is what you want? Are you sure this is what you want? Because I can give it to you, but you have to be sure, because it might not be easy. But if you can tell me, if you commit that you tell me for sure that this is what you want, we can get it for you. And you'll get it. So, Leos, I think it could be, relationship, it could be a job, it could be a home, it could be just an environment, complete new environment, whatever the case might be. I think for you, Leos, it's really not lying to yourself about what is that you truly want. Be as honest and sincere as possible. Don't hold back. Don't think, oh, it's almost as if holding your dreams small because you're afraid that you're not going to get what you want. Well, no, just be totally straight up honest. Is this something that I want? If it is, go forward. If it's not, know that something better is coming along. Ace of Cups, it's that sense of renewal, sense of really fulfillment, but it's from a source bigger than us, but it's also from within us too. And also having the star here, it's wish come true, that healing, that hope. It's you're gonna be front and center this month. I feel really, once you decide and once you really get clear what is that you really want, and be really totally open and honest with yourself. What are your wishes? What are your dreams? What are your goals? Then the universe shows that to you and really brings it to you, all served on a plate, so it's amazing. It's I can't even stop here, because it's really, we have the star, the temperance. It's all about self-healing. It's all about that love. But I think for you guys, Leos, it's that inner work that you have to do, getting back to this. It's if you're happy with yourself, and if you're happy where you're moving, and if you're really honest with yourself, it's well, I want this person, but they don't want me, but I still want them. Well, what is about them that you want? Or what is about this job that you want so much? And can it be showing up for you in other people or in other opportunities that maybe you're just not seeing right now? Just really be open and honest. And again, I feel a lot of it too has to come from within. When you have this cup flowing from within and out, it's almost saying that I'm ready, and I'm ready for whatever comes next. I'm ready for a new beginning, and I can handle it, and I can give that to others, and not expecting others to give it to you. You know what I mean? So you're your own star. You're the star of the show. Sorry. But I do feel there's a lot of self-healing this month too. Before there's anything new that can happen, I think there's a lot of self-healing. For Leo risings, by the way, I believe Saturn is moving into the 7th house, which is the house of relationships. So I feel this is where this all stems from, because Saturn will bring with it, in the 7th house, will bring a lot of lessons when it comes to boundaries. It comes to how do you relate to others? What are you gonna, what patience you have for what, within relationships, within different dynamics. So this is a really good time this month for you to really assess that, what is that you really want, on a instinctual level, on a basic level, but also on a very metaphysical and very out bigger than yourself level, because, and look how much water, there's so many feelings. This is going to be a month of feelings. There's going to be a lot of feelings that you'll have to process this month, conscious and unconscious feelings that will be coming up for you that you'll have to deal with. But it's only to get you ready for that next phase and for that next relationship. Because again, and this is for Leo risings only, Saturn moving into the 7th house, it really brings with it, it can bring hard times. It's almost testing you in relationships, or it can bring a really long-term relationship, but it's only for those that have dealt with that healing, have done that self-healing work and that work on themselves to be ready for a love, and not to expect them to heal some wound in them, that they haven't done that for themselves, when it's only their responsibility to do so. So, Leos, I'll leave you with that when it comes to these cards, and take this message as it resonates with you. But I'll pull one more oracle card and see what's that additional message for you. But I'm so excited. I feel a lot of love and I feel a lot of emotions. Authenticity, sovereignty, independence, and uniqueness. And I think that also kind of leads to the Sun of Aquarius. He's always authentic. He never tries to be something he's not, and he's always trying to be, separate himself from the crowd. Hence also like that distance that he puts, and from, sometimes he can be like a very distant, emotionally distant sign. But in this case, it's like, it drives back to this authenticity. It's like really being true and honest with yourself. Like, what is that you really want? In general, in life and partnerships and romance and work and life, just in general, like, what is that you want for yourself? Just don't hold yourself back when you dream. Dreaming is free. It doesn't cost anything. And, like, you are the only one that's holding yourself back, and, with those expectations. But also to know that there is, some self-healing work that you need to do this month in order to move into that next new cycle of life in the next 2.5 years. That whatever that Saturn and Aquarius lessons will come up for you, that you'll be ready and you'll emotionally feel ready for it, and you'll be able to sustain whatever comes along. So I think that's it for now, Leos. If you liked the message and resonated with it, please like and share the video. If you want to see what the next month has, subscribe to my channel. You'll get a notification when the next video is up. And if you have a comment, if you just want to say whatever it's on your mind, leave me a comment in the section below. So, looking forward to hearing from you. But that's it for now, and I will see you in April. Bye, Leos.